Have you ever felt a rage so deep it stopped being just an emotion and became your entire life's purpose? Kurapika wasn't born a warrior. He was born into a peaceful tribe, the Kurta, known for one characteristic unique in the entire world. When they felt intense emotions, their eyes turned red, scarlet, rare, too valuable for those who saw human beings as merchandise. The Phantom Troupe showed up in a single night and wiped the entire clan off the map. Not out of hatred, out of greed. The Kurta's eyes were sold as rarities on the black market, and for the right price, any life became disposable. Kurapika survived, and that was the heaviest burden he could ever carry. For years, he trained, not to become strong, to become specific. He didn't want general power. He wanted a power that was surgical, cold, built to destroy exactly those 12 people, the Phantom Troupe. And then the day came. Uvogin, one of the most brutal members of the troupe, physically a monster, enhancement-type nen taken to an absurd extreme. A man who used his own skull as a weapon and survived explosions. Nobody in the security elite could hold this guy down. He dismantled an entire team without breaking a sweat. Kurapika went after him alone. And here's what makes this scene different from any other battle in Hunter x Hunter. It's not a fight of power against power. It's a fight of purpose against brutality. Uvogin couldn't understand. His strikes weren't working. Kurapika's chains, the most specialized nen in existence, were created specifically to immobilize members of the troupe. Every link in those chains carried a penalty. If Kurapika used them against someone who wasn't in the troupe, he would die. It was a promise made with his own life. This isn't power. This is obsession converted into technique. When Uvogin realized he was trapped, completely immobilized, he didn't beg for mercy. He challenged. He wanted to know the name of the enemy who defeated him, wanted to understand how it was even possible, and Kurapika responded with something that cuts deeper than any physical blow. He said the name of his tribe, the Kurta. Uvogin went silent, not out of remorse, out of indifference. He simply didn't remember. To him, it was just another operation, another job. Names didn't matter. And it was that silence that sealed his fate. Kurapika didn't scream, didn't tremble. He executed with the same coldness of someone who spent years building that moment in every training session, every breath, every choice that gave up anything resembling a normal life. The scene isn't cathartic the way we expect. You don't walk away with your fist raised. You walk away with a tightness in your chest because you watched a young man fulfill the saddest dream that exists, revenge. He got what he wanted and stayed empty. Togashi is cruel that way. He shows that Kurapika won, recovered one of his clan's eyes, and yet the camera doesn't celebrate, because revenge doesn't bring anyone back. It only closes a wound halfway. This fight isn't about who's stronger. It's about the cost of carrying hatred for too long. And that leaves the question nobody in the anime ever answers. If Kurapika recovers all of his clan's eyes, what's left of him once the only reason he had to live is gone?